Welcome back, everyone, to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 2 of War of the Ring, and we are going to play the Lords of Middle-earth expansion. So, already been through my first gameplay. It's kind of hit and miss there. I got some of the rules down. I got it pretty close. So we're going to go right ahead, jump into the expansion. We've got all our minis painted here. It's such a mess here. I'm going through the fast forward video here, but you can see the minis did have a little tiny bit of sticky. I think some of you guys had commented on that on my painting video. I'm going to try to hit them with another clear coat, I think, just to do that. But I think a storage solution will help as well. I think it just might be the paint touching the other figures. Okay, so as we go through this fast forward part, I'm just kind of getting the minis on the board. I've also put aside the components for the Lords of Middle-earth expansion. So we've got some new miniatures there. We've got some new characters. And we'll go through those rules as we do the setup, and then we'll kind of go at normal speed, and I'll sort of walk us through all of the setup stages for both the main base War of the Rings to start with, and then for the Lords of Middle-earth expansion. So let's get into it. Okay, so we've got the kind of fast forwarded through the main setup. We've got the main board set up by the War of the Rings main rules. So we'll just go through the checklist of the setup just for everyone, and then we'll work on setting up the Lords of Middle-earth expansion cards in detail. So we'll kind of work through those last setups. So just a quick checklist through the game here. We can go through the game startup. So what we basically did was place the armies by the army board. Now, setting up the game, it says place the board, step 1, place the ring bearer on Rivendell. We've got the ring bearers on Rivendell. Place the fellowship progress track. The ring is hidden, side up. Corruption track is also on 0. Place all the companion cards here. The fellowship and the fellowship tokens. Place all the companion figures, set aside Gollum for later use, so Gollum is set aside. Place the 3 elven rings. I've got the elven rings there, but you can see I've got the replacement rings from the Lord of Middle-earth expansion, so that's there. We set aside all shadow minion cards, so shadow minion cards set aside. Separate all the free people in shadow events decks, so we've got these set up, and I'll give these a quick shuffle here. And these a quick shuffle to set up these cards, and we'll do the same for the free people's cards. Put the standard beige hunt tiles in a pool. So here's the hunt tiles. Got them already taken out, and use this gray bag for the hunt. We've got the victory track set with the hunt bag. Keep going through the checklist. Place the political counters for all the free people. Action dice are set aside here. We've got and then we got the expansion dice that we can look into in a moment. They look pretty cool. We've got the political track set up. The elves are activated along with the Rohan, the dwarves, the north. And then the second is Gondor, Southron, Easterlings, and then finally Sauron and Isengard below. So they're all set up. And obviously we got the armies all set up. And then finally, we set up the army. So you can see we've got dwarves in the north and in the east. We've got elves in the Grey Havens, Rivendell, Woodland Realms, and Lorien. We've got the Gondor minus Tirith in the environs, Peligir, Osgiliath, Dol Amroth. And then we've got the north, Bree, the Shire, North Downs, Dale, Carrock, all the Northerners. And then finally for the free people, we've got the Riders of Rohan in Helm's Deep, Edoras, and the Fords of Eisen. So we've got all those set up. Same thing for the Shadow players, Isengard, Orthanc, number of units in Orthanc, North and South Dunland, Sauron's forces in around the Cracks of Doom, minus Morgul, Morannon, Barad-dûr, and then also, though, up by Mirkwood in Dol Guldur. And then finally, Southrons and Easterlings in the Harad and in Rune. Okay, so we've got the minis placed. So that's pretty much the main rule setup. Let's take a look at some of the indications for the expansion setup. So one main difference is we will switch out the Rings of Power. So first of all, you can use Strider or Gandalf the Grey as our starting character. So we're going to start with Gandalf still. We use the new Elven Ring tokens. So if you see here, we'll replace these tokens with these new Stewards of the Rings, right? So you have Elrond, Galadriel, and Gandalf. And we can put these here, right? So now we have a mechanic with the new Lords of Middle Earth, that we can use those characters. Next up is the 11 event cards. We add them to our deck. So we've got some new event cards over here. So these are the event cards that come for Lords of Middle Earth. And we've got some for the Shadow player. We've got some for the Free Peoples. And then these are character cards we'll put aside. One card they call out is the Balrog Comes. The Balrog Comes card has to be replaced with a Balrog is Come. This card actually replaces a card that's already in this deck about the Balrog. So if we go through and see, the Balrog of Moria. So we're going to take this card out and we're going to place this card in. A Balrog has come, and we can shuffle those around. And then also we will add those cards and reshuffle. So let's see. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2. And then the same for the Free People's cards. We can add these in, and I will shuffle these again when we start turn 1. Okay, so that's set up. It also has a rule to place 2 of the 4 Smeagol tiles in the hunt pile. So we've got some Smeagol tiles. So here's some 2 Smeagol tiles. We will drop those in the hunt bag as well. So these go in. And set aside the companion cards for later. Gandalf the White and Aragorn figures can be used when those players come to the board. So we've got figures for Aragorn and Gandalf the White, but we can swap these new figures when those cards get activated. So when Gandalf goes from Gandalf the Grey to Gandalf the White, we'll swap in him riding on Shadowfax. And we'll do the same for Strider when he becomes Aragorn. Swap out these minis. So we've got the minis painted. If you guys want to check out our painting video as well, you can do that. So I think we're about ready to start the game. So hey, thanks to everyone for watching. If you would like to see our painting video for War of the Ring, you can go check out. We painted all the minis in a huge batch. We also did a painting video for the Lords of Middle Earth. So we'll see you in round 1 of Lords of Middle Earth, and we will play the first turn there. Thanks for watching. I'm going to re-look at the rules before jumping in, and I will see you in turn 1. Thanks a lot for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.